late. And we got not a huge slate because we had a decent amount of games yesterday. Um, and so we kind of like, all right, we just take it easy and hard. 2 games in the NHL, 3 games in the NBA. We had the World Series as well. So we don't need to go over what we talked yesterday and right went wrong in the real sports betting. Basically everything went wrong. Again, so I can't have a winning day ever in the month of October for whatever reason. Um, it was a brutal day. And yeah, definitely needed a good day. Baseball went 0-3, down 2.4 and lost to the Diamondbacks, lost with the team total over, lost with the third game over. Max Scherzer only went 3 innings. So it's not like Cappit wrong in that game. I thought that Max Scherzer wasn't going to fall in the game. The Diamondbacks were going to hit him. He was going to get done. Oh, 3 innings really said how much the Diamondbacks came back. Mostly got hit. But it was what it is. NFL went 1-1, so that was my only profitable sport yesterday. Um, pushed the first half under on a touchdown with less than a minute left and won the full game under. So, profitable there. NBA, I can't pay a bet to win my life. I think I'm 11-1 in the last 11 or last 12 NBA plays. I don't think the team this we got it and posted up on me. And you because it was embarrassing. Brooklyn played under 2.8 for it. Wizards plus 10 and I think on the money line. Get their ass kicked. Toronto and Portland over 215 doesn't even stop shooting. Memphis plus 2.5 and plus 115. They lose by 10. So it's double digits. And the Nuggets minus 8. They were covering this game and they pushed the team. They pushed them in the ridiculous. Frustrating. And then the NHL wasn't any better. Went 3-7 and 1 down 3.2 days. The Bruins, I was lucky to get a push. They came back and down 2 days. Anaheim took it over with a winner, Stadium over money line with a winner. That was the highlight of the night. Philadelphia gives up a goal with like 3 minutes left to not only two total over the 4 game over and the money line. So that was a triple win for Lightning -1 boost in overtime. Columbus drew Jackets 5-3. Vegas holding like two total under 4.5. That was nice. Montevideo was really good last night, and that was very encouraging to see the Canadians put up that into a fight against the second transfer. And the Canadians watching the shootout, and the Blackhawks plus 164. That was probably the worst bet I feel that year. So it's humiliating day. The day I needed a good one. It was 16-3 on 8.14 units. And that's the fun part about this job is losing and then next money coming in the game. I lost a lot of money yesterday. And I'm going to try to not do that again. So, hopefully Halloween is a better day. Lighter slate. I've made a move on one of the college football games. We won't be going over those. But it is the Buffalo Bulls at plus 16 and plus total on plus 500. That is my type. Since then, call me when you're wrong. All right. But sounds good. I like saying it. It's safe, yeah,
Fine. Check, check, check. Is that any better? Is that any better? All right, cool. Muted. Upness. Audio is really muffled. Mwahaha. Practically unintelligible. Cannot make out 90. Yeah, oh, great. Audio sounds like Frankenstein. Yo, yo, yo. Good God. Sound check. Okay, it sounds better now. All right. Then I'll just keep it short and sweet. It sucked yesterday. All right. So. All right, cool. My audio is better now. Everything sucked. Yesterday was a losing day. I'm not going over it again because it was embarrassing, and I'm down. I was down a lot yesterday, and hopefully Halloween will be a better day. So let's get into today's games. We'll start with the NHL. This one was one I could not really figure out. We have the LA Kings and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Minus 150 for the Leafs, total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history. Maybe we can make heads or tails of this game, because this one's probably the trickiest game I've seen in a while for whatever reason. Line opened up at a 166. It's down to a 152. So a line movement towards these LA Kings. Line opened up at a 6.5. It did get up to a 7 at one point, and it's come back down to a 6.5. I kind of wanted the 7, maybe to play an under in this game between these two goaltenders at the moment. 92% of the tickets, 80% of the cash is on the over, and yet the line moved. It did move up at one point, so that makes sense. 61% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the Kings, and the line has moved towards the Kings. So that kind of makes sense there. For my model, I mean, it was tough to really have this game projected because Joseph Woll has been the best goalie in the NHL so far. And according to goals saved above average and my goalie rating for them. And this is a spot where, I don't know, it skews my projection because his goalie number right now is at .366. So this is one of those things where if I put in his number, we're projecting the Kings at like one-ish goals when I have them at a raw projection of 3.59. And this is a game where maybe if they give me a 7, I might take an under. But I think it's Leafs or nothing in this game. With the way the money's coming in on the Kings, line's moving towards the Kings, which all makes sense. But I would want to back Joseph Woll before I would want to back Cam Talbot. So this is an interesting game. I can make heads or tails of it. Maybe if they give me a 7 with the way that Woll's been playing, I'll take an under. But this is a no play for me. No play at the moment for me here. Good sound. All right. Kings money line and over 6.5. Happy scary day. Let's get some cash. Yeah, hopefully it's not scary bad. Let's hope it's not scary bad. Went 4-4. I hate breaking even. I would have killed for breaking even yesterday. But we'll move on here. We have the Nashville Predators and the Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks minus 130 favorites, total 5.5 in this game. And at a 5.5, I wouldn't really play this as much. Shop around, see if you can find the 6. I got in yesterday at the 6 number here. Let's take a look if you can find 6s available on this game. You can in some spots. Bodog has it. I mean, even Barstool is offering a 6.5 heavily juiced minus 150 towards the under. Bovada has a 6. Bet Victor has a 6. Superbook has a 6. 20Bet has a 6. Caesars has a 6. BetMGM has a 6. Okay, there's 6s across the board here. Or it's a split between 5.5 and 6. If you like the over, there's 5.5 available. If you like the under, there's 6s. And if you want to pay some juice, 6.5 is available. I got in at under 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here on Bet Online. Line opened up at a 135 for the Vancouver Canucks, and it's now at 133. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 120 to the under. Now it's a 5.5 minus 119 towards the over. So it's moved down, and it's moved towards the Preds slightly. But 78% of the tickets, 75% of the cash is on the Preds. Or on the Canucks, and the lines moved slightly towards the Preds, which is kind of interesting. 91% of the tickets, 91% of cash is on the under, and they've definitely shown concern to that under by moving it down half a goal. I played the under 6 in this game. My projections for this game was around 5.13 goals. I like this as a really good goalie battle. I have the Canucks slightly with some edge here. I have them around a 150, 155 favorite. Do I want to play them? No. It's just the under for me. So that's my only NHL play for the day. Under 6 in this Vancouver-Nashville game. That's it for the NHL in this spot for me. Just the under in this game. Went 1-4 yesterday. There you go. Pass. Last 4 Kings games Kings have allowed 4 more. Underdogs today, maybe. Morning, everyone. Happy Halloween. Let's cash some bets. Yes, let's try to do that today. Got to figure out this game. And luckily, we don't have a huge slate today, so I can really try to dig deep into this game because I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this game yet. Arizona Diamondbacks and Texas Rangers, Game 4 of the World Series. It's a pick on minus 105 on both sides, and it's a 9.5. Let me switch from hockey to baseball here. This line opened up at a minus 110 for the Rangers. It's now a minus 107 for the Diamondbacks. So the lines moved towards the Diamondbacks here. Total opened up at a 9.5 minus 105. It's now a 9.5 at plus 101. So it's a move towards the under, and it's a move towards the Diamondbacks. When we look at the cash flow here, that kind of makes sense. 70% of the tickets, 58% of the cash is on the under, and 75% of the tickets, 76% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks. It's going to be Joe Mantiply opening up the game. I kind of want to see who's supposed to be. I mean, the games that Mantiply starts. Let's see. He was in game 1, where he was just part of. He was a reliever in that game. Did he come in relief in that Philly game, or did he start that Philly game? He came in relief after Brandon Pfaadt there. I know it's an opener. I just want to see how they plan on using him out of the starter's role or the opener role, because I don't know if this is something where Joe Mantiply went 1 inning last time, and then they went to Frias, Nelson, Castro, Sal, Frank, Thompson, Ginkel, Seawold. This is a weird game. And with all the bullpen arms the Diamondbacks are going to throw out there, I think that's not a bad thing, actually, that the Diamondbacks are going with the bullpen game here, and you see a different arm every inning, basically, which leads me to believe this could be an under. The question is, do the Diamondbacks get to Andrew Heaney at all, which is the next question. Heaney in these playoffs has pitched 0.2 innings, 1 inning, 0.2 innings. So he's been used as a relief guy. He hasn't been stretched out. So this is going to be a bullpen game on both sides. And if it's a bullpen game on both sides, how do they approach this? They used John Gray yesterday when Max Scherzer got hurt. So are they going to use Dane Dunning in a relief role? Is that something they might look to do? I'm trying to figure out what the Rangers' plan in this game is going to be. I'm trying to see, when did Heaney last pitch? He pitched against the Astros. They lit him up. He started last against the Astros. They lit him up in the first inning in that 10-3 Astros win. How did they approach that game? They did go to Dunning afterwards and Cody Bradford. Now, is the over the play? I don't think so. I would actually lean more under when it comes to this. And at the end of the day, I kind of lean Diamondbacks early in this one. Maybe a Diamondbacks first 5, get in and get out, and not try to mess with bullpens. But here's the thing. If it's a bullpen game for the Rangers and it's a bullpen game for the Diamondbacks, I want the Ranger bullpen involved if I want the Diamondbacks. So do I just play the Diamondbacks money line? And I think that's what I'm going to end up on here is Arizona. I think after talking all this out, I think I'm going to end up on Arizona. I don't know yet. I'm very wishy-washy on this game. I think it's Arizona or nothing. This is a do-or-die game 4 for them. You don't want to fall behind 3-1 in the series. So I think at the end of all this, I'm going to end up on Arizona. I think. Either Arizona or that first 5 under. Because that first 5 under has some appeal to it as well. Do I trust the Texas side of it? Because the Diamondbacks are hitting lefties pretty well. That's the question. Maybe it's Diamondbacks first 5 full game. I don't know. Back to the well. Diamondbacks money line. Rangers money line for Fernando. Both NHL home teams in reg parlay plus 320. Yeah. Zigzag game, I feel like. Maybe. Fad got fatted on. He was fine. He wasn't terrible last night. Just the offense didn't show up. Joe, don't tell. Yeah. Rangers raced to 3. Rangers figured the Diamondbacks out, just like they did the Phillies. What? The Diamondbacks figured out the Phillies, not the Rangers. Rangers in the under. Any thoughts on Magic Clippers under? We'll look at that. We have what do you call it? We have an NBA coming up here. No lie, 2 Chainz, and no, don't touch NHL without knowing goalies. I could project goalies, and that's about it. I know Wohl is confirmed. It's probably going to be Demko and Saros. I don't see any other goalies for those two teams. I don't see them using DeSmith tonight. If they do them, that would make sense. I think I'm going to end up on the Diamondbacks in this game. I just got to decide whether it's for first 5 or full game. But we'll move on to the association. I will let you know now I'm not an NBA guy. That's probably obvious with the way that my season started. And so I've had, I think, 3 separate reverse sweeps in this NBA season so far. So who knows? Let's take a look at the first game here. The New York Knicks are at the Cleveland Cavaliers. Knicks opened up as 2.5-point favorites. They're now 3.5-point favorites. Line opened up at a 215. It's down to a 214. So a move towards the under and a move towards the Knicks. We have 44% of the tickets and 75% of the cashes on the Knicks spread, which opened up at a +1. Now it's a -3.5. I think that line's gone too far. Or my bad, it didn't open up at a +1. The best odds are a +1 of it, apparently, according to Action, which I don't. That's on Bet365 New Jersey. Interesting. And then the total 57% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the under. And this line has moved down a point. Looking at these two teams, the Knicks are coming in 1-2. They're 1-1 ATS. They're 1-2 over under. The Knicks are coming in off of a loss against the Pelicanos, 96-75. They beat the Hawks 126-120, and they lost opening night. They pushed as 4-point dogs against the Boston Celtics, 108-104. Cleveland is coming into this game 1-2, but 0-3 ATS on the year. They won the first game of the season 114-113 as 1.5-point favorites. So they didn't cover against Brooklyn. They won the money line, though. They did not cover as they lost outright as 2.5-point favorites against OKC, and they lost and did not cover as 3.5-point dogs against Indiana. Head-to-head, this was a playoff series last year, and the Knicks won that playoff series 4-1 in the first round against the Cleveland Cavaliers. We were on the Knicks in that series. We liked the Knicks in that series. And looking at this game for me, now my numbers have not been very good so far, but I have the Cavaliers as a favorite. So I'd like to know why this line is the way it is. Maybe I wonder if there's players out. This is why I wish I had Tim on the stream. I wish I had Tim on the stream because I don't know injuries. I'm going to get up DraftKings DFS to see if there's any injuries I should know about when looking at these games. To see if there's a reason why the Knicks are 3.5-point dogs and I have them as 1-point favorites. So, especially with Donovan Mitchell questionable in this game. Darius Garland out. I mean, we need all. I don't understand why the Knicks would be. I just need the game. There we go. I don't understand why the Knicks are dogs in this game. I just don't. The Cavs are dogs. Oh, wait, the Cavs are dogs in this game. I'm looking at the Cavs. With Garland out, with Allen out, with Donovan Mitchell questionable. There we go. If I can read, that would be cool. So I guess that's why they're this big of dogs, but I kind of want to take a shot with the Cleveland Cavaliers at 3.5 in this game. So who knows? I lean under in this game. But, yeah. Tim says the best bet in this game. Garland out, Cavs money line. I'm kind of looking that way too. Stacks pot is Julius Randle over 9.5 rebounds. I'm going under. I'm going 2. Steph Curry doesn't make every shot, but he will not stop shooting. There you go. Justin, I tell that. I would lean Cavs. All right. So is the Road Warriors not a fade anymore? Who knows? I was leaning Warriors yesterday. My numbers kind of like the Warriors yesterday. Days of fading the Warriors on the road is done. That's what it seems like. Yeah. I think at the end of this, I'm going to move on the Diamondbacks and I'm going to move on the Cavaliers here. Took some L's yesterday, but had a great weekend. Let's get it today. There you go. I think I'm going to end up on the Cavaliers. And I think I'm going to end up on this game as well. The San Antonio Spurs and the Phoenix Suns. The Suns are 7.5-point favorites with a total of 225 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot where we have the Phoenix Suns. They opened up as 6.5-point favorites. Now they're 7.5-point favorites. Line opened up at a 228. It's down to a 225. So it's a 3-point line movement towards the under. And it's a 1-point line movement towards the Suns. 68% of the tickets, 66% of the cash is on the Suns. The line has moved towards Phoenix here. 81% of the tickets and 95% of the cash is on the under, which explains why this line's dropped 3 points. Taking a look at what these two teams have done, the San Antonio Spurs are 1-2. They're 1-2 ATS. They're 2-1 over under. On the flip side, the Phoenix Suns are 2-1 and they're 3-0 ATS so far this year. They're 1-2 over under. The San Antonio Spurs are coming in off of a 40-point loss against the LA Clippers. In their last game as 9.5-point dogs. They won as 3.5-point favorites. They won and covered against Houston. They lost and did not cover against the Dallas Mavericks. So the only game they've covered was a 3.5-point favorites against a bad Houston team. Phoenix, they are 2-1, but they've covered in all 3 games. They won and covered against Utah. They covered as 6.5-point favorites dogs against the Lakers, and they won and covered against as 3-point dogs. They won outright. 108-104 to the Golden State Warriors. And I think this Phoenix team is bet on in this spot. And I know a lot of people love the Wemby hype and all that fun stuff. I had this game, I projected this game as an 11.5, 12-point spread. And you're giving me, I'm going to be able to lay 7.5 with the Phoenix Suns. I am going to go ahead and do that. I am going to lay the points with the Suns in this game. I think I'm going to end on the Cavs and the Suns. For the NBA, I think the Suns blow them out of the water, and this is a team that I think the Suns are a bet-on team. We saw them hang close with the Lakers team who was fully healthy, and they didn't have Beal or Booker in that game. So, is this another game I need to check if Beal is still out, but he hasn't played a game yet? Booker is questionable, and he's doubtful for today's game against the Spurs. That being said, I still think this game's a blowout. So I'm probably going to be on the Suns here, and I'm going to be on the Cavs, I think. Give me Suns 11+. I like it. Tim saying Spurs plus 6.5 in the money line. I'm sorry, I disagree. Suns now minus 6.5. That's weird to me. Not with Booker doubtful and Beal out. It's a fade the injury report type of thing. Suns have defense. Yep. I bet Phoenix last night, but second guess myself, but I'm sticking with them. No Booker, no Beal for the Suns, and they've covered every number. I'm not worried. I might just ladder KD points. That's not a bad way to go at it too. Some KD props for that game. But we'll move on here. The Orlando Magic and the LA Clippers. Clippers 6.5-point favorites, total of 218 in this game. Take a look at the line history in the spot where this line opened up at a 5.5. It's up to a 6.5. And the line opened up at a 217.5. It's up to a 219. So it's a move towards the Clips, and it's a move towards the over in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. 55% of the tickets, 60% of the cash is on the under in this game. Yet this line is moved towards the over. We have 49% of the tickets, 47% of the cash is on the Magic, and the lines move towards the Clippers. And I think this is mainly because of the acquisition last night, where the Clippers acquired James Harden last night. Now, is that going to be a good thing? I don't know. I don't think so. I think this is going to be a little bit of a distraction. Am I looking to bet this game? No. With how bad I've been doing in the NBA, I'm not betting all 3 games. And for me, I would stay off this game. I have this game priced around a 6. It is around a 6.5. so it's not enough value for me to pull the trigger on it. I'd lean over in the game with all the money, or with majority of the money coming in on the under, but yet this line's ticked up. I think that's mainly because of James Harden as well. So this is an easy game for me to stay off of in this game. So I'm going to pass here. Tim like in the Magic, Clippers in the over. Spurs are ass. I knew who was out when I bet it. We're talking about the Spurs. One tall ass stick. Don't make them not the Spurs. Facts. Clips should come out pissed after losing to the Jazz, but it's a lean. Clippers will be the Suns of last year. Sell as starters. Bench will be trash. I'm on Toledo team total over and first half. I am on Buffalo in that game. Buffalo plus 16 and plus 500. So, but that is everything for today's slate. Let's do this. So it's time for
housekeeping.
If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here at Earle Sports Bets. And a little recap for today. I am on the under I got under 6. Shop around, find your 6 with the Nashville-Vancouver game. I'm on the under 6 in that one there. I'm probably going to end up on the Diamondbacks. Haven't bet it yet, but I'm probably going to end up on the Diamondbacks. I'm going to be on the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I'm going to be on the Phoenix Suns. I think that is what I'm going to focus on here as the plays for today. I'm also on the Buffalo Bulls in college football, so that's kind of what I'm going to be riding with today. Light slate, light card. Hopefully, a merciful end to a terrible October. But that is everything for today's slate. We'll head back to the chat one last time. I don't know. Great show. Appreciate it. Happy holidays. Can you explain why you take Buffalo? Yeah, I can easily explain it here. First of all, my projections. Let me get up my projections. My projections have Toledo as a 12-point favorite. So immediately I see value on the line. When you dig down a little bit deeper into this, Toledo is not a team I trust covering big numbers. So far this season, they are 7-1, but they're 3-5 straight, 3-5 against the number. Last week they covered, but they were 2.5-point favorite. My bad, that wasn't last week. That was 2 weeks ago. They covered. They had a bye last week. 2 weeks ago they covered against Miami of Ohio, but they were only 2.5-point favorites. When they've been double-digit favorites this year, they've been a strong bet against. They were 17.5-point favorites against Ball State. They win 13-6. They were 19.5-point favorites against UMass. They win 41-24. They were 13.5-point favorites against NIU. They win 35-33. They were 21.5-point favorites against Western Michigan. They won 49-31. They were 8.5-point favorites against San Jose State. They went 21-17. This is not a team you can trust to cover. The only game they covered as big favorites, they were 40-point favorites against Texas Southern, an FCS school. That's the only team they've covered as a big favorite this year. So that's why I took Buffalo in that game. Plus, Buffalo has been covering numbers. Buffalo has been the opposite. They've been big dogs, and they've been covering. They won and covered actually as 6.5-point favorites last week. They lost and didn't cover as 3-point favorites against Bowling Green. But as 2.5-point dogs, they beat the Chippewas outright 37-13. As 3-point dogs, they beat Akron outright 13-10. As 10.5-point underdogs, they covered in a 45-38 loss against ULL. This is a team I can trust to cover big numbers. And they started off the season covering 28.5 points against the Wisconsin Badgers. So, yes, that's why I'm on Buffalo in this game. Good show this cash. Yep, let's get that bread. Yeah, they aren't covering big numbers. But I mean, you could. I don't know the first half numbers. That's just full game. So, but that's going to do it for this one. I want to thank you guys as always for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. Good luck, guys.